G'day mates, and it's your old mate Bruce Littledick back here again. This is Bruce from Channel 99, Wagga Wagga, Bonza FM and our UK affiliate, League Weekly, the #1 newspaper in your Pummy land. Bit of a departure today folks, we got your rugby league update as usual, but the correspondence has been flowing in thick and fast, so we're going to take some of your letters today, and I'm hoping to sow a few pearls of wisdom and help rejuvenate the Pommy game, particularly when it comes to playing the masters of the universe, the Australian Kangaroos. Now I suppose you're wondering why Bruce Littledick, your host, is dressing up rather strange for a rugby program. Well folks, therein lies the tale. Allow me, while I peruse the correspondence. Dear Bruce, loving the show. Please tell me, with your encyclopedic knowledge of rugby league, can you tell us why the England team are struggling to beat Australia in a major competition? Signed, Martin from Brighouse. Well, Martin, thanks for listening and looking in on this show. Glad you're enjoying it. The reason I'm dressed like this today is the reason that you Pommies are way behind the game when it comes to taking us on at rugby league. Today, for instance, as a typical Australian rugby league man, I was out multi-skilling. I am what is called a multidisciplinarian in the sporting arena. I am, like most Australian athletes, as at home in water as I am on land. Indeed, folks, and I'm pleased to say this only today, while I was lifeguard duty on Bondi, I was called to rescue a young Pommy girl. Here she is. Quite a looker, wouldn't you say? Goes by the name of Sharon. Now Sharon was trying to swim in the occasionally treacherous waters of Bondi, and just like the English rugby league team, she got out of her depth. And therein lies the tale, folks, and therein, Martin from Brighouse, lies the secret. To be the consummate athletes that the Australian Kangaroos are, you need to be better at more than just one thing. All right, being able to drive the ball up. All right, being able to hoof it over the post. But you gotta be an all-rounder, my son. So there you go, Martin. You will be pleased to know, folks, that cute little Sharon here is all right. She's recovering in hospital. Now, she didn't take down too much water because the only problem she had was that when I gave her the kiss of life, unfortunately she was left requiring stitches in her lips. Get well soon, Sharon. I'm sure she'll be back for more, folks. Couple more brief letters for you. Dear Bruce, I believe you are mispronouncing the name of your host TV station, Wagga Wagga. As an Australian, you should know that the pronunciation is Wagga Wagga. This one comes from another Pommy, a man by the name of Peter Rowe, but he's a journalist and he lives and works in northern New South Wales. Well, Peter, thank you for your letter again. But you of all people, being a Pom who has come over here as a 10-bob tourist, you should know that in England I could never say anything like Wagga Wagga. I'd be off air faster than your mate Andy Gray, son, if I said that. That is why we use the flat A English pronunciation, Wagga Wagga, so as not to get in trouble with the people in the politically correct English government. But thank you for your letter, Pete, and keep on watching. And finally, dear Bruce, enjoy the sport, mate, but what's with the bingo wings? And this is from someone signed John L. from the Rugby Football League. Well, John L., I don't know what you call bingo wings, son. I call them guns. This is Bruce Littledick, consummate athlete here, multi-skilled, multi-talented man, at home on land, at home in water. Savour up little Sharon's life. Bingo wings my arse, son. It's you pommies that spend far too long at the bingo. That is why you are constantly, like little Sharon here, out of your depth. But don't you worry, folks. Bruce Littledick signing out from Channel 99, Wagga Wagga, Bonza FM, and from League Weekly. Until next time, when we'll be back with more Pearls of Wisdom. See you, folks.